All right, folks, we need to get going because Noonan is impatient and he wants me to start this live stream. He's like, we're sitting at the banner. I can hear him now. We're sitting at the banner. You need to be playing the game. All right, so we playing Murderous Muses. And it is an indie game to the best of my understanding. And we be solving crimes. It is a random generated mystery. So there's seed numbers that represent each mystery with its unique clues. So it has replayability, and we got a little bit in, but let's continue our mystery and see where it sends us. I'm really hoping that this go we can solve it, but we got stuff to do. I mean, we got to be doing some stuff here soon, or we gonna be in a bad place. And besides, we're at night 2, and we got certain clues, but we got a long way to do stuff. I don't want to pay to get a clue, so let's see what else. Where else can we go? Where else do we go? Okay, so this is the second lobby, or the second area. Oh, and we do have some clues.
Otto Pipistrel, a drunken womanizer who became increasingly jealous of the puppet he'd created. A puppet that had outgrown its master and was pulling its own strings.
What I don't know is what these do for me. Because the thing of it is I have these paintings, right? So this is where's Pip? No, that's not it. Hold on a second here. I actually don't even have it right now. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So we're gonna have to go back to the main gallery. Now, this game, they just done throw you to the wolves because they don't give you like a walk. They give you like a simple like 30-minute walkthrough, and they're like, "All right, go on, have fun with it." Oh, maybe I gotta put who I think it was. Okay, so what happens if I place one of these? Please interview. I'll admit, I don't exactly remember. Let's go over here again. So these are all the police interviews. This is the guy who I think it's Otto, but we gave up his painting for a little bit. So beyond there, she was kind of fishy. Do we have the Dominique painting anymore? We do. So let's do Passion, Portrait, and Spirits.
It was a whirlwind romance. We met at the Butterfly Park, and 3 weeks later we were engaged. I can't help it. I'm a hopeless romantic.
Oh, we can
I want
redo
to
the
fall in love
clues.
so completely I don't know which way is up.
Okay, so all of these we could redo all the clues. Okay, so this is like our memories of what they talked about. Okay, all right, that kind of helps. So the next night we need to also be filling out this filling out this gallery if more stuff drops. I don't think more stuff. A fish? Why do we got a fish sitting in the middle of nowhere? Majesty?
They ate Majesty, you know. After saving Merlehaven from Mayor Spence, Majesty was spit roasted by the Argenta family over a campfire at the Henge.
What?
Doesn't say that in the brochure, does it?
Okay. Interesting. So he's kind of like the guy who got murdered. These are all of his paintings. So we're kind of reminiscing about his paintings, and if we click on this, it'll end the day, which I don't want to do. I don't think that there's anything else we can do here. Okay, we solved this. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, we solved all this. We did this. Locked in all these. We unlock this door. I think we have to do something with these galleries. What happened if can I place a painting? I cannot. Okay, I cannot.
Xavier Hahn hardly finished anything he started. His mother hated him. His wife tried to kill him. And like a smitten schoolboy, he fell in love with his teacher.
So there's no, I can't select anything. Okay, that's kind of weird. And then we get clues about each of these characters, but when we go up here to the next gallery, this I'm not exactly sure. I thought I could place the paintings, but it won't let me place anything. Oh wait, what about this? A collectible urn with golden urn with the gold coins. So maybe we gotta set something on here. Can we set something on here?
Oh no!
What happened? I can't, you literally get thrown into the middle of this game, and they're not like, okay, in this next room you need to do this and this and this. You literally have zero clues. This is just hey, help yourself type game. We did solve the first area. What happens if we put it over here? What happens if we put it over here? Will it let us do anything?
Oh no!
Nothing. Then of course the game's gonna mock me because I don't know like what the next step is.
Oh no!
Okay. Well, let's go back to the other area. I wish I knew what I was supposed to do with this. Night 2 is empty. I don't think they said something changed, but I don't know what changed is the question.
The Kincaids? Well, they were buying up plots from Merlers and selling them on for extortionate fees. Demand outstripped supply, so they started murdering people off, forging papers to burial grounds. It's cremation or bust if you're a new resident nowadays.
Oh, maybe I can just use up all these.
Miss Moonstruck, enchantée. The name was actually Leo's idea. He owns the bar. I'm a classically trained ballerina. Never done burlesque before, but I like it. Costumes, choreographing the routines. It's not a bad way to pass the time. Until I can get out of here.
Okay. I feel like I need to go back and fill out all these if I can. So, all right. So I need. Oh wow, I need all those. Are you serious? Okay, let's try All Hallows and Merle Haven. Will it give me the clue? It will.
The audition's early on the 1st, so I'm travelling the day before and staying over, if I can afford it. Paris hotels are cheap though, right? Well, anyway, it means I won't be able to come to the opening. Sorry.
Okay, so she wasn't even there. That was good for her. Zombie. Memories. Job. Portrait, okay. I think we're gonna have to, like, get all of these.
We've had some trouble at the lounge. Things going missing, you know. Watches, wallets. Leo's putting in some cameras, but hopefully it's nothing. I'd rather Justice Hoon didn't watch the videos. He has strict rules on decency, and I'm often very indecent.
Mordecai.
You know, I could get used to this. It's strangely therapeutic talking while you draw me. And kinda hot. I'm just trying to make you blush. It's no fun when you don't play along.
Gallery, okay.
I'm excited by the thought of my portrait hanging in the gallery. Who knows? It could be worth millions one day. I was on the cover of our West End musical, so I must have a pretty face.
Murder. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay. What about this? Maybe she gives her thoughts on who did the murder?
Well, it wasn't an accident. They knew the risks. He didn't even spend that long down there. A few days, maybe? He was just supposed to be collecting some coal samples. 3 months later, he was dead.
Okay, we got that one. Let's go back. I think what we need to do is we need to literally fill out the clues for all the missing clues for each of these characters. Okay, so Mirrorhaven, Ambition, and Fans. Okay, Ambition. It's weird that the Ambition didn't work. Okay, I'm not quite exactly sure about that. And that won't work. Why won't that work? Oh, you know what might be happening? Maybe after the first night, you're like, oh, I kind of want to know more about this character, and I kind of want to know about this, and then you got to use up so many slots. Like clues. Like, we got more clues. We might have done a mishap here. Like, for example, it's not worth even getting clues for this fellow because wait, where was it? One of them wasn't even there. Okay, that is kinda interesting. I think it'd be good for us to find All Hallows Eve because that's when it happened, And the gallery, that's where it happens. I think that would be good for us to do. And again, they threw to the wolves, so you know I'm not exactly sure everything here. Okay, so let's go on to Lilith, and let's find All Hallows.
I love Halloween. I normally get all dressed up and hand out candy, but not many people try and trick or treat a funeral home, so I do it in town. Which reminds me, I might be a bit late, but I can't wait to see what my painting looks like.
She would have been there. Okay. Okay, that's interesting.
I think my favourite piece is Majesty. The giant fish that fell out of the sky and killed our oppressive leader. What's not to love? Oh, sorry. Should have said one of your paintings, shouldn't I?
That's funny. Okay, so let's keep on here. Oh, you know what? That's interesting. Is all the little notice all the little thingamabobs are gone. I wonder if that tells us how many more clues we can pursue. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's representative of how many clues we have left to collect. So these we have 6 clues we can collect. With her, we only have 3 more. Okay. Okay. I think that's how it goes. Let's look to see what we got. We already know what job she has. She's the mortuary person. I don't think it's important for us to know whether she's scared of ghosts. We should check Mordecai to see if she doesn't like him, and criminal. So Mordecai, criminal, and yeah, let's go with that. So criminal, Mordecai, and portrait. Because she said she really, really wanted to be there, didn't she? I think so. Let's look at Mordecai, criminal, and go from there.
We had a break-in at home. Probably just kids. They stole a couple of transplant organs from the fridge. A kidney and a liver. I told you I don't just bury people.
And Mordecai. Okay, so there it is. The little meter's going down. So that means we can collect one more clue tonight. I think I'm beginning to understand it.
You've quite the obsession with dead bodies, Mordecai. That's coming from an undertaker.
She looks like evil there. She looks really evil there. Well, she did say she wanted to see her painting. Let's look here. What do we got? Oh. Okay, we already had that clue. Okay, what about this? A gallery portrait. Murder. Let's see if she's superstitious.
We shut on Halloween. Gets creepy enough without having a Day of the Dead, especially if the basement's full. I'll be in town though, helping kids rot their teeth. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll still try and make opening night.
Okay. Sorry, we've used up all the clues. Okay, so now I think I understand better. So let's see what we got with Catherine painting. And then I think once we collect all the clues, then we can go on to the next night. Oh, okay, so let's go with All Hallows, Murder, Gallery, Mordecai. Yeah, those. Yeah, we'll be fine, I think. Actually, she is the. She might have something to do with her job. She's the criminal.
I worked briefly
prison
for
person.
the Crown Prosecution Service in London. I thought it would be my dream job. But financial crimes were always given the strongest sentences, whilst crimes of the flesh were barely noticed. I still remember Miss Darcy's dream defense.
Okay, so since we caught that yesterday, right? Where is she? The job. That's not going to count against our total, so that's good. Gallery, portrait, murder. Let's check with murder.
He murdered both my parents and was never caught. My whole family dead. I was 13.
Gotta stay hydrated.
I guess it stirred a passion in me.
All Hallow Eve. Let's check that out.
I normally have a group of friends over for an overly indulgent costume party. And this year's no exception, I'm afraid. They've grown attached to the decadence of it all. But if rituals should finish early, I'll be sure to visit the gallery.
Okay, so he must have been looking for people to show up to his gallery. Okay, that's interesting. Fans, gallery, portrait, fans, passion. Let's see if we can cycle some of these here. It's not good that we have all these clues the same.
We take a picture of our patients before they enter, and one just as they leave. A before and after, if you will. Do you want to see yours?
So Mordecai was a criminal. Interesting. Okay, so we already collected Merhaven. But these people haven't. So let's try Merhaven here.
You wouldn't believe how many people actually think we've got Made in Merlehaven stamped on the soles of our feet.
This was the twin tennis players. Ambition. Actually, that might be a good question for the judge.
Most people think I'd like to move from Vice Justice to Chief Justice, but that's really not the case. My work at the Manor is essential for the world.
Job. Okay, well, let's check. What about the Xavier painting? Okay, let's check this one. See if maybe there's something economic related to the job.
I am Xavier Hahn, Merlehaven's only clockmaker. And much like my life, my craft is a dying art.
We take a picture of our patients before they enter.
Oh, we already got that. Okay, all right. Portrait. We could do this one.
This isn't the first time we've posed for a portrait. Mother had one commissioned for our 10th birthday. Now it hangs in the foyer, which is delightful when prospective suitors come to visit.
Merlehaven, okay.
Have you forgotten already? Millhaven Manor is not just my family penitentiary. It's a beacon of hope for people who have fallen on harder times, who want to be their best selves. Surely you're kidding, Maudie.
Okay. Let's try this.
You wouldn't believe how many people actually think we've got maiden.
Okay, we did that one. Xavier.
I thought you were born and bred here too, Mordecai. Merlehaven was discovered in 1953 by crab fishermen who had sailed too far out of the wash. Didn't just suddenly rise out of the sea.
Ambition. All Hallows Eve.
Our parents go to the same party every Halloween. I'm not sure we'll be attending this year, though. Things got weird last year. Half the...
Okay, no, we already did that one. What about Xavier?
I usually plan a hunting trip for Halloween, even though it's the best time of year for sales. You'd think New Year or spring or Christmas, but Halloween is when I'm perpetually asked for Zorigami, a type of possessed clock. Kyoko taught me how they're made. She said they'd only work if filled with blood and passion.
That's kind of interesting. Fans. Oh, fans, that'd be good to ask the tennis players.
New York was the worst. We were mobbed. They went crazy to see us. Monday hated it. Merlehaven's much better for her. People here leave us alone. It's just the tourists you have to watch out for.
Criminal. Okay. Yep. I forget whether we did this one or not.
The security camera we installed to protect the phone box in the theatre district has itself been vandalized. I'd say it was the work of children, but they've been very precise in their destruction.
Mordecai.
You and I have a long, illustrious history, don't we, Maudie? It's so lovely that we've been brought together for this piece. Tell me, how have things been going since we last met?
Oh, that's fishy. Her like two of her paintings have been really fishy. Really, really fishy to me. Okay, what do we got here?
Well, our parents are gallery patrons, so we go there a lot. They get an incredible amount of work for such a small gallery. Did you see the Wilmington retrospective? We love that.
Okay. Murder. Okay.
Patients sign a waiver before a surgery that absolves the surgeon of any criminal prosecution. So no, I've never murdered anyone.
That is spicy. All Hallow Eve. Okay, we got two more. I don't think. Well, okay. Let's check it.
Our parents.
Okay, no, all right. We've already done that one. What about this?
I usually plan a hunting trip for Halloween, even though it's the...
Okay, so let's look for passion, job, memories, fans, ambition, fans, passion. Let's actually ask him about ambition.
Ambition.
Well, actually, never mind. What about this one?
Well, we both want to be the best in the world. I imagine people think that Monday's the better player, but she's always been weaker. Nausea, fatigue, that sort of thing.
I am.
I try not to make a big deal out of it.
Any day off is nice, but yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I'm like, looked at the company calendar and they're like, oh, floating holiday, and it was like, oh, okay, well, we'll do that. Job, okay, job. So we got to collect 2 more. Let's check.
Kyoko said if I ever cut myself in anger, if there was blood in a piece I was working on, I should destroy it. She said it would attract lost souls and create a Zorigami, a possessed clock.
That's cool. I'm actually gonna look into that like offline. And then we got one more, so we need one more clue for the twins. What do we got? What are the options left? Murder, Mordecai, spirits, and job. We know they're tennis players. I'm curious about the spirits, Mordecai, and murder. Oh, we can ask her. Yeah, let's ask about spirits.
We bought a Ouija board in New York and smuggled it back in my suitcase. We haven't used it though, yet. But we're going to use it on Halloween. I really hope we don't find any ghosts.
One of them excited, one of them doesn't want to do nothing with that. Okay. So then we got one go of it here. Fans and gallery. All right, let's look one more time here. Fans, portrait, and spirits. Let's actually check the portraits one. There was another portraits over there, but I wanted to see if there's any doubles.
I was never in the same hospital long enough to get my picture on the wall. I was too slow at surgeries. Some people even accused me of negligence. I suppose 3 months was my longest stint.
And we don't got any other options. Okay, we can't do any more clues tonight. Okay, so we did complete the night, I think. That guy sounds like Knives with a British accent. Okay, so I think we've collected all of them, because all the paintings are freshened up. So let's go on to the next night.
You think the floors are a bit lumpy, right? Miss Argenta said this place was built on a hellmouth, and I'm pretty sure that's just an old movie reference, but I guess if you see any vampires, then stake them. They don't show a valid ticket. Be careful tonight. They've reopened Mordecai's murder case, and I'm expecting trouble. For you. So, stay safe.
Did everything suddenly get red? Didn't it have more of a red tinge to it? Just a reminder, it's your last night tonight. 3 nights off, 3 nights on, 4 nights off. What a job, huh? See you in the morning. Okay, anything? No, nothing else in the back. Okay. Okay, so I think at this point in time, we're just putting up paintings. goes. It is a creepy little game. I mean, not like from a jump scare perspective, but it's like you're interacting with this art gallery, but then also, you know, there's some other things. There's also like weird stuff that you hear every once in a while. Nothing's happened, but that's just kind of curious to me. Okay, so for example, this is the starlings. Birds. This I think is, oh, no, wait. Okay, this one goes right here. Okay.
One surprising fact in Merlehaven's natural history is the dramatic increase in starlings populating the island. Numbers of these iridescent birds have massively declined on the UK mainland, yet Merlehaven seems to attract more and more every day, leading to several spectacular and prophetic murmurations. What magic power does the island hold over these birds?
Curious indeed. Okay, revenge. Mysterious. Let's try this one. No. A tornado ripping. A theater with ominous lighting. Okay, there it goes.
Revenge of the Lake Woman is another work from Gray's dream period, depicting a woman rising from the lake in Aurora Woods. Some people speculate it's semi-autobiographical, as Gray's mother drowned in the same place when he was just 5 years old.
Okay. So we're almost done with this particular room, and then we'll go on to the next one. Her, okay, well, let's see. Her, I'm guessing that it would be this. Okay.
No one knows who she is, but rumors abound. Mordecai's first love? His first wife? An ancestor? But why all the blood? Endearingly nicknamed the Mordecai Lisa, some say she bears a striking resemblance to his mother.
Okay, so this particular room is done. Let's see. Tornado. Okay, that looks like that would be the place for that.
The Tornado del Luna is Gray's depiction of a freak tornado that occurred in 1969, just after Apollo 11 touched down on the moon. The more superstitious inhabitants of Merlehaven thought it was a sign from Mother Earth that man should not be permitted to destroy the moon as it had her.
Okay. Alright, are we missing any paintings in here? We do have one. Okay, what do we got here? Try it? Nope. Oh, yep, okay.
The Baconian was founded in 1967 by Olivia Argenta, who believed Sir Francis Bacon was the true author of the works generally associated with Shakespeare. To this day, any play originally thought to be by Shakespeare can only be performed at the Baconian if it is credited to Sir Francis in the programme.
And then someone hear something? Okay. Oh, that's the clock. Okay. That's weird. They would just put a room with nothing in it. Why would they do that? What happens at the gallery stays at the gallery. Please do not take works home. Okay. I don't know. That looks like they're playing a game of cards of some kind. I think we're done for the night. But this is weird. This is pretty weird if you ask me.
Can you do me a favour? I've got someone interested in one of the Grey portraits. They want to buy one, but they're just not sure which one. They've asked me to choose, but I think they're all horrible. Can you pick one for me and hang it in reception? Just pick whichever one you fancy or hate the least. I'll be by later to pick it up.
Choose a portrait for Sasha. Okay, so what? So I have to pick one. Anyone to give away? And I can't pick these up. Okay. I don't think there's any significance to what gets picked at this point. So I'm just gonna grab one. Let's grab this one right here. Okay. This is the place. What the mess? It said put one in reception? That's... Okay, that is kind of weird. Hold on a second.
I'm a bit disappointed you didn't leave a portrait out for me. Perhaps you forgot? I've picked one anyway. I hope it wasn't your favourite. Maybe you can help me out next time? Okay.
I did try, though. I did try. I'm not sure why it didn't work. Hey, Bleep. I just wanted to bleep thank you for Bleep all these paintings for Bleep, and here's a Bleep gift for you. Okay, she doesn't seem happy. And what is this? A penguin? Why do I got a penguin? What does a penguin do for me? She didn't seem happy though, did she?
Xavier Hahn hardly finished anything he started.
Nothing's happened
Mother
here.
hated him. His wife tried to kill him.
Okay, nothing's happening there. Okay, we gotta find more
Find
clues.
the crystal ball.
To successfully charge somebody with murder, you need to prove that they had the opportunity to carry out the deadly deed. So, where and when exactly was Mordecai Gray murdered? Here's what we know. At 7 p.m. on the 31st of October, Gray was scheduled to reveal his latest exhibition of portraits at Gallery Argenta. The last time he was seen or heard by anyone was when he delivered the final portraits to the gallery at 3 p.m. He told the gallery manager he had a final errand to run and that he'd be back before the grand opening. But he never came back. According to the coroner, Mordecai was murdered at precisely 7 p.m., the same time his exhibition opened. Where was he murdered? In his artist's loft on Sunvale Parade, the same place the body was found. So it's likely our killer wouldn't have had a corroborated alibi for the time of the murder.
Oh, I realized what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to put one of the character paintings, not one of the gallery paintings. Oh, stupid me. Okay, I just realized that. I was supposed to give one of these paintings away. Oh, okay, alright. And I think it's probably the ones that I don't think are guilty. So, like, I'd give away an innocent painting, leaving one of the ones that I think could be guilty. I think... Okay, that's kind of curious. Alright, so... Merle, Ambitious, and Fans.
Apparently, dropping out of a leading role a week before opening doesn't go down too well in the West End. I'm not going to blow it this time. I've got another audition on the 1st of November. A friend of mine pulled some strings. Miss Moonstruck, enchantée. It was a whirlwind romance. We met at the Butterfly.
Oh, maybe I can only get these clues in this particular gallery. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I wish I could tell which ones I need, though. Okay, so let's go back here. So I need Fans and Merlehaven. Oh, both of these. Okay, very good.
What about you? Why are you still here? If I had your money, I'd be long gone by now. Mojitos in the Bahamas. It's this island, isn't it? Every time I try to leave, it drags me back.
Fans was their last one, I believe.
Fans, feathers, scarves. I'm never fully nude. Justice Hoon wouldn't allow it. Just a tease here and there. Let their imaginations fill in the rest.
Okay, so that's one of our people. What about this? All right.
I have a side hustle in a company that creates lab-grown meat. Cows and vegans are equally destroying the planet, in my opinion. What I'm doing is different.
That's whack. Oh goodness. Okay. All right. What do I got? Let's do this.
I'm definitely a foodie. Money was a bit tight when I was younger, and it instilled me with this kind of quick or hungry mentality.
It's also true that in the war generation that so many had to ration, and there was food shortages, that after the war, basically like the great generation that raised the boomers, when they came back from war, they like stockpiled food, and they had food in excess to never be able to have to experience like a food shortage again. It actually was a psychological trend that was studied in sociology. Kind of interesting if you ask me. And And then one last, her last clue.
That young girl I see here sometimes, is she getting her portrait done? Is she here now?
Little jealousy there. Okay, let's, I wonder if she's...
I'm sorry, I can't make it to the opening. Do you believe in ghosts, Maudie? Halloween is supposed to be the time of year when the spirit world is closest to us. And Merlehaven's veil is already pretty thin.
So cultists believe that on the All Hallows Day that the veil between the supernatural and the natural realm is thinnest. And so that's when you try to do whatever you do as an occultist, because that's when you can interact with the supernatural realm the easiest. A random trivia of the day. Okay, let's go on. Let's check check to see what we have left with this person. So gallery, passion, and zombie.
Argenta is a complete gem, isn't she? The Argentas and the Myers have been family friends for decades. They took me in after my parents were gone and paid for my tuition in London.
Okay, there's passion.
I have developed a 100% method of rehabilitation so that no future crimes are committed. And no, it's not death. I have a desire to help people.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Okay, and then zombies was her last one.
The Luxairis have a symbol that, roughly translated, means eye zombie. It's from an incantation that puts the caster out of body so they can move freely in space. But if the spell fails, it leaves you just like that. A zombie.
A zombie. Alright. Let's check our last potential person. Last two people, rather. So we need job, Mordecai, and murder. Okay.
Well, we spend 90% of our time training. This is obviously a lot easier now that we're no longer at school, but they used to give us time off for competitions. That didn't stop me getting straight A's, though. It's all about how you apply yourself.
Okay. Memories. I don't have any memories. I need... Okay, this isn't... up.
Father said it looked like he'd been poisoned. Who could do such a thing? Mother found him in the garden. We weren't even allowed to see him. No. But we share Orlando between us now, don't we? And he really is the most spoiled cat.
Okay. I might have to re-roll. I might have to re-roll one of them to get all the clues. We'll see. So I need Mordecai as the last one. What do we got here? Fans. Really, we got everything but fans? Wow. Okay, alright. Let's see here.
I don't think clockmakers get fans as such. You're a bad boy, though, aren't you, Mordecai? I jest, but you actually have a criminal record.
I think the only one left is Dog It. I think I'm short one clue. Okay. All of them. All of them. All of them. Short one to Mordecai. Criminal. Okay, let's go for criminal.
What's Professor Myers like? She rehabilitated you after the lighthouse thing, right? I suppose you at least didn't paint a giant penis on the side of it. Would have gotten you more fans, though.
And there's the last one.
Sorry, Mordecai. Could I use your bathroom? It's okay. I just feel a bit sick. She'll be fine. Monday's always been a bit sensitive health-wise. Mother blames the surrogate.
I think we have all the clues. Okay, let's check it again. Yeah, okay, so we got all of them. Let's check down here to make sure that we haven't missed anything. There's nothing else here. I still think Otto was the guilty one. But his painting's already gone. What I don't know is, well, what if I do this? Okay, they can't do that.
No.
Not exactly sure. Maybe this is where you solve the crime. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Okay, let's go back. I don't think there's anything else here. Let's end the day and see what we got happening here. Night 3 at 3:38 a.m. Well, that's not weird at all. This is different. Oh, we have to accuse. Interesting. Okay, alright, that's... I don't think this is significant.
From what I can tell, the catacombs under the henge served as a safe place for the witches of Merlehaven for years. The excavation in 2011 was paid for by the Argenta family. I suppose they'd moved their stuff out by then.
Okay, we already filled these out. I don't think the gallery paintings are significant for anything. Oh, this is different. What is this? What's this? This didn't exist. And where did the case go? That's really kind of weird. What if I put a penguin? Will you take a penguin? Oh no! I think we just got killed by the curator. We done got killed by the curator. She got mad and she gave us the penguin, and it did like an Indiana Jones roll. That's actually hilarious. So watch this. Okay, watch this. So the curator gave us something because she was mad at us. And watch. It is hilarious. Abuse. Oh, a new clue.
Higgins said he was having strange dreams at the beginning. What type of dreams? I don't want to know. Just, if it starts to affect your work, then maybe see a doctor. I'm useless at these kind of things.
Okay, we got a new urn that we probably need for like a weight. Let's see if people paintings can do anything.
Leo says I'm lucky he didn't call the police, that I'd abused my position. It doesn't matter anyway, the rumors have already started. Everyone thinks I'm a thief. Adam thinks I'm a cheat. So I'm already cancelled.
Oh, it's a new enough game that they're using the term cancelled. Interesting.
You said you wanted them so you could draw a still life. There's no life in a cadaver, Mordecai. You're doing something evil to them, aren't you?
That is crazy. Okay, so each one of them have like a deal.
You're like my dad. All charm and holier than thou on the outside, hiding the devil on the inside. He hit me. That's why I was in my room. I was hiding from him. I was too scared to come out.
How dare you? You needed the treatment. You're a criminal, Mordecai. I tried to fix you, and somehow you're still broken. And now, you're blackmailing me?
Okay, that's interesting. We got blackmail.
It doesn't matter how we're created. We're still human, aren't we? It was abuse the way they treated us, growing us like animals and then watching us die when they failed. We were children. We were still children, weren't we?
That is whack. This story is going crazy.
I guess it started when I accidentally syringed myself with ketamine. I knew it had hallucinogenic properties, but I'd never seen such colors. Medication to stop you being addicted to medicine. Isn't it marvelous, Mordecai?
Okay, I think I done run all these. Yeah, we ran all these. Okay, so there's nothing else here. That is crazy, though. Okay. The hunt. Is there anything over here? Nothing. Why is music going off? Okay, yeah. It's kind of weird. Okay, so we make the accusation here. It's a 3-day mystery. But what else do we got here? Oh. I thought I read something about that every time you play the game, it gives another spawn. But there's different voice lines or different clues. And so as you play the game, the full story. So like, for example, this is the ventriloquist. No, this is the ventriloquist. This is the ventriloquist right here. So every time you play the game, like in this storyline, we got murder unlocked. We got nothing else. But then every time we play a new mystery, another part of their lore or their story lore comes into play. And then you learn more about this particular character. I think that's how this works. And again, there's no... I don't know what these do though. Hold on a second here. We'll check that in a minute here. I don't know that we're going to solve this. Okay. Okay. Alright. I need to figure out how to use... Oh, this is gone. This is... I don't know the significance of these vases.
No. No.
So what have we gotten? Mordecai escape. Story, starlings, murder. Okay, what about this one? Let's try this one. Nope.
No.
They're gonna say no to every single one of these? Royals, Catherine. I don't know the significance. Purification. We haven't had any of these. Sunday, Monique. Banish. Savior. What about this? Let's try this.
No.
said he was having a strange...
Okay, so these must be like Sasha videos from every time you do a story playthrough. That is wild, the amount of depth. Okay, if that's true, if it's true that we can unlock, so for example, we unlock this part of his story, of his lore. We learn this. That is wild. That is stinking wild. If that's true, that every time you play a mystery, that more of their storyline unlocks, that is stinking crazy. But let's do our accusation. Actually, let's listen real quick here. Let's try to do this somewhat professionally here. Oh.
I'm excited by the thought of my portrait hanging in the gallery. Who knows? It could be worth millions one day. I was on the cover of our West End musical, so I must have a pretty face.
So she definitely likes that her picture's in the gallery. What about this?
The audition's early on the 1st, so I'm travelling the day before and staying over, if I can afford it. Paris hotels are cheap though, right? Well, anyway, it means I won't be able to come to the opening. Sorry.
Okay, so she's out. She's innocent. And that's honor system, of course. What about you?
I love Halloween. I normally get all dressed up and hand out candy, but not many people try and trick or treat a funeral home, so I do it in town. Which reminds me, I might be a bit late, but I can't wait to see what my painting looks like.
Let me actually do a thingamabob here. This. So copy. Put this introductions. Okay. So she is going to be there. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, what about you? We don't actually know. Cuz we gave his painting away. So we don't actually know, but he said he didn't want to be there because he didn't like Mordecai.
I normally have a group of friends over for an overly indulgent costume party. And this year's no exception, I'm afraid. They've grown attached to the decadence of it all. But if rituals should finish early, I'll be sure to visit the gallery.
Our parents go to the same party every Halloween. I'm not sure we'll be attending this year, though. Things got weird last year. Half the island will be there, though, so good luck for opening night. Our parents go to the same party every Halloween. I'm not sure we'll be attending this year, though. Things got weird last year. Half the island will be there, though, so good luck for opening night.
Okay, so they aren't there. What about you?
I usually plan a hunting trip for Halloween.
And no, he's not there. So I think of this group. She wanted to be there. She was going to be there. I think the only one that's not going to be there was the Finch. Let's accuse the Finches.
Where were you the evening of the 31st of October?
I told you, I was at the gallery.
No one there could recall seeing you before 8 p.m. Where were you before that?
At home.
Alone? Or with your family?
I was alone.
Come on, let's go.
Yes.
We done won it. Interview unlock failed. But we did get
I have nothing to say about this. I have nothing to say about this.
Well, this is awkward. No, I did not kill Mordecai, so that's an unforced error on your part. Shall I put you out of your misery?
Yes.
Don't try and blackmail an embalmer. We're brilliant at self-preservation.
Oh no! Oh, the Undertaker done finished us.
Well, that's it for the Grey exhibition. Time to pack up the paintings until next year. I wonder if they'll ever solve his murder. Probably not. Anyway, you better head off. Unless you want to do some overtime?
Thank you for playing. Oh, that is amazing. We gotta do this again. We absolutely gonna do this again. It's like a digital version of Clue. Now, I was super slow at it because I didn't understand the rules of the significance of doing certain things. But what the mess. There's more like unlocks. There's more backstory to unlock every time you play this game. And we got one part of her guilt. She was there, but we got the main killer wrong, so we got ended. And apparently, look, there's other puzzles. What the mess? This apparently is a lot deeper game. We're definitely gonna come back, but this is something that's gonna take like 2-3 hours of crack, maybe even like. Oh wait. Interesting. Okay, so there was stuff. That's curious. Those little jars were things we could use. That is stinking crazy. That is stinking crazy. But that being said, let me click on something real quick here. I need to be responsible. One moment, please. I really like this game, but you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a. Let me see if I can figure this out here. I gotta click on something here. One moment. We're gonna raid someone. Raid channel. And we're gonna raid this. Raid. Okay, go check out Cutie. I think that she'd appreciate a visit. So I'm going to be ending my live stream because we did in fact finish, but go check out her live stream. She's going to be doing her debut in the upcoming weeks, but otherwise have a great day and I will catch you guys later.
I'm Al. Thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh, what? Thank you for the raid. Hi, welcome raiders. I just started stream. I'm glad I started early. Oh my